Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and knowledge, welcome to a one-of-a-kind experience that will take you on a captivating journey beyond our world. Today, we have a special treat for you as we sit down with the renowned Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. Prepare yourself for a rapid-fire question and answer session that delves into the depths of cosmic wisdom and unveils the mysteries of the universe. As always, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way, it gets seen by more truth seekers. So, without further ado, here are today's rapid-fire questions and answers.
Hi, Alex. You said the A's create music from using the sounds of different planets. Did you have the chance to actually listen to their sounds? Can you in any way describe what it sounded like?
Okay, it is planets, it is solar systems, it is stars, it is novas, it is quasars, both red and white, and it's black holes. They all put off a vibration and a frequency. I could not hear it. I could not hear their music because the frequency was too high. I only know about it. I heard something, but I can't honestly say it was music. Because I couldn't distinguish it in any way, shape, or form. So, for all intents and purposes, I could not hear it. I wanted to, but I couldn't. My body, my body just wasn't tuned to it at all. In fact, the only real sounds that I heard was the water. And in its water, its consistency is a little different than ours. And Mornay's voice. Other than that, and I have shared this with you, it was very, very quiet because everyone's telepathic. You know, it's telepathic. And that's not a noisy environment at all. So no, I cannot describe to you what it sounds like. You know, their fascination with our music would imply that our music it's more of a physical resonance. Um, there's I think a lot more rhythm to it, uh, particularly in some of the songs, the jazz music that they like. They were very drawn to a lot of the percussions, and I don't think any of well, of course, that wouldn't exist if you're listening to stars and quasars and planets, at least not in the way we think. So no, I can't answer that question. Um, but the younger people, not surprising, are very drawn to some of our music. Um, Even the classical, I suspect the classical music is much different than the music that they listen to. I'm going to say it's more passionate. There's more emotional energy behind our music than what they're used to. Because that's who we are. We're emotional beings. Not to say that they are, but we definitely express it in a very different way down here in third density than they do in fifth. Not that it's better or not, it's just different. It's just really different. And that's how I'm interpreting it with the language that I have to use. There are many things that I can't even explain to you because I don't know how to. Even after all this time, there's just still some things that I saw and experienced I don't know how to explain.
When some people move to 4D or 5D, will they still be able to see or hear their friends, family, pets, and colleagues in 3D?
That's a really good question. And I would say normally, yes. When they're being spoken about, they do hear. However, what I do not know is the fact that Earth herself is going to fourth. Where are these people going that remain behind for whatever amount of time that they do exist? What happens to them? I still do not have clarification exactly as to what happens to those who simply are not going to participate in the ascension process. I don't know what happens to them. I do know, excuse me, and people have said this, well, there's going to be another Earth. No, that is not how this is playing itself out. Earth herself is not leaving herself behind. She is leaving third density to go to fourth. So these folks here are going to have to go somewhere else. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that looks like. I do not know if the same rules will apply. I just don't know.
Hello, Mr. Collier. Hello, Mr. Alex Collier. I recently became aware of you through Michael Salla and Elena Danan. My existential question is, according to you, how collectively can we accelerate the process of raising our vibratory state? Could you share some simple but effective tips and tricks? Thank you.
Well, nature, spending as much time as you can in nature, laughing, creating joy in your life, exercising self love without guilt. And I sincerely mean that above all the others, is exercising self love without any guilt, putting yourself first. As much as you can. Now, if you have family, you have children, I get that. But there has to be a time, there has to be moments where you put yourself first. Because if you're not solid, they're not solid. If you're not happy, they're not going to be happy because they're going to feed off your energy. If you're not calm, they're not going to be calm because they're going to feed off your energy. So you have to make sure that you're the captain of your ship and that your ship, your body, is where you want it to be. And sometimes that means focusing on just you. The same would be for moms. I didn't mean to exclude you in any way. Because if you're the head of the family, you're the mentor, you're the teacher. So you have to be right in order to teach and be right for them. Because kids, they listen to everything. They mimic everything. They're like the best mirrors in the world. Which is why it's important for us to stay on top of our game. We have to be on top of our game for that very reason. And we all do the best we can. We do. We're products of our childhoods. We all do the best we can. But at this particular time, it is really, really important that you are really solid with you, who you are, what you are, and the fact that you love yourself. Because then, by natural expression, you will teach that to them. Those are the best ways. And laugh. Find ways to laugh yourself and ways for your family to laugh. Joy. It's it's awesome what it does. A lot of times at night I will listen to comedy on YouTube. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Rodney Dangerfield. Uh, I listened to some Johnny Carson stuff. Somebody had said, I think it was James, he mentioned that earlier before we started. Don Rickles, Robin Williams, Jonathan Winters, some of the old school guys where the humor was really funny and it was really clean. You could be really clean and be really funny. So there's all kinds of ways to do that. A really good, smart, funny film. There's all kinds of ways to do that. Um, that's my suggestion. That's what I do. There is no magic pill. We all have to work on it. George Carlin is another one. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Frank Bird, thanks for popping that up there. So, we all do it. We all have to work on it. Merlin, he makes me laugh. He's managing me now.
Is there really such a thing as shape-shifting? Can you tell us any secrets as to who is a shifter? Thank you for all you do.
Well, it is a real thing. And there are non-terrestrials that can do it, usually using some technology. And there are shamans of the indigenous tribes who have learned to do it as well. I do not know to what extent, but it is in fact a real thing, and I have um, no idea how to do it myself. Otherwise, I would shapeshift into a 35-year-old looking 195-pound man instead of 65 and overweight. So obviously, I don't know how to do it. But there are those who can, and that's just something you'll have to research. That's not something that interests me. Uh, so I've said this once. I've said it 100 times. I don't know everything. Okay, so that's an area I don't know much about. I just know that it's in fact real. It's definitely real. I had a good friend of mine who I lost a couple of years back, John Graney. Um, he had some skills that he'd learned studying with the Toltecs. And he showed me things that he could do, some things that he could do, and I know it's true. I know it's true. So that's all I'll say.
Andromedan women dress beautifully. Andromedan men wear uniforms. Can you tell us about their relationships between the sexes? Romance, marriage, families? You've also mentioned soulmates. Does this figure in?
Yes, I think all those things are true. Um, I can't speak for the sexual things. Obviously, I was a guest and a stranger to all of them, but Mornay. So, and Visayas had already passed at that point. Um, their relationships are one of represent a family that gets along. You know, where have you ever been in one of those situations where you're visiting a very large family, maybe around the holidays, and everyone's in a great mood, everyone is getting along, everyone's helping each other, everybody's trying to accommodate each other, and the vibe is just really, really high. That is every moment that I experienced when I was with them on the ship. It has been nothing but that, which is why it's been so difficult to come back here. And there are at least 1 million of them on this one particular ship. So no one put on a facade. They could have cared less, actually, that I was there. Yeah, I was just a curiosity. I'm sure they all knew why I was there, but I was more or less just a curiosity. And so there were no fronts put up or anything, and what there was this one time I stepped out of line and I spoke about it. I fessed up about it, about the woman, and she had absolutely no trouble putting me back in my place and feeding me my lunch. None whatsoever. And I respect that. I totally respect that. I fucked up. So, but that's the only real trouble I got into. I mean, I've embarrassed myself a few times. I've done that. Um, but that's what it's like. I mean, they're just how they handle conflicts. I don't know, or disagreements. I really don't know because I really wasn't privy to any of that type of behavior. And of course, I was on a relatively short leash because here I am in fifth density, and there are physical objects and things that were around me that I could not see. My mind simply could not comprehend those things. So it wasn't like I was free to wander about or do a walkabout because I wasn't. I just as easily could have walked into a piece of equipment or something because I didn't see it. So, and around the 48th day, I understood why I was on a short leash because then I started to see objects, these shadows of things, as my mind or my subconscious became accustomed to the surroundings. It saw, but it didn't tell me anything because it didn't recognize it. There was no point of reference. for any of the physicality that I saw there. And that which there was, I saw immediately. And that's another one of those areas where I saw things I don't know how to describe. There are no words to explain what it is, or what it was that I experienced. And it's not that I wouldn't be open to sharing it. I don't know how to. I just simply don't know how to. And people can make of that whatever they want. I don't care. Not after all this time. I simply don't care. We've all done the best we could. And we are still doing that. But it will all come together. It will. All the broken pieces find their way home. That's an absolute universal truth. All the broken pieces find their way home.
I'm very interested in the Anunnaki's influence on Earth. What is the role of Inanna, Ishtar, and Utu Shamash in our history? Were they the children of Enki or Enlil? Different sources say it differently. Are they still alive? Thank you.
My understanding is that they are alive, and they're not all the children of Enki and Enlil. Enlil is the son of Anu, who is the Ishwish and/or king, or the god of the Nibiru, and Enki is a son by marriage. His mother is not Nibiruan; she's Syrian, from the dog star Sirius system. That was an arranged marriage. And he is the offspring of Anu and a Syrian bride. So, which is why technically Enlil has run roughshod over Enki's decisions. It's a power thing between stepbrothers. So, regardless of technology, that shit still happens in other worlds, okay? And this is pretty much well documented in many ancient texts. There are plenty of books to research regarding who these characters are.
Hi, Alex, JP, and James. Alex, you said you will be gone ahead of us in the shift. And I understand why. Since following you since the 90s from my humble abode in Scotland, I have to ask, if one day we do not hear from you and no explanation, should we not worry about your safety, but instead believe you're in a place where we're all going and you are safe? Dreading the day I can't find you, but be elated that you are where you should be.
Well, thank you. No, you shouldn't be worried about me. I will probably be going up ahead and setting up the tables for the dance, for the ballroom dance, for the party, and lining up the caterers and everything like that, and putting the balloons up, so that you can follow the breadcrumbs to where the party is. Searching the galaxy for the vintage Romulan ale. The old stuff is real smooth. Anyway. All of us have been dead before, and we're here now. So it's nothing that should be feared. I think the only thing that we go with are regrets that we didn't do enough, we didn't say enough, we didn't express ourselves well enough. I think that that's really what it is, that maybe we didn't accomplish everything we wanted to, you know, but in the end, we look back and we're shown the places where we withheld love. And if that particular meeting is under 30 seconds, you did great. You did wonderful. If it's an entire afternoon and they tell you to come back every day next week, then there's some work to do. you know, um, and that's not the meeting you want. So while you're here, while you're present, as John Lennon would say, give peace a chance. You know, um, let's just all do the very best we can. That's all we can do. Ultimately, that's all we can do. And let's see what happens.
Hi, Alex. You said the A's view us as genetic royalty, that their race is seeing genetic breakup because of the pureness of their own race. Are us humans the only race that can assist them in relation to our genetics? Are we the only race in 3D that can procreate with the many galactic races facing these issues? Thanks, Star Brother.
Thanks, RGF. I actually addressed that question 25 years ago. You must have been
Don't
watching some
remember
of
it.
the old tapes that James has been putting up. In fact, I have a box I'm going to be sending him of stuff no one's ever seen, including some slide presentations. Early. The answer to that is that that's what I was told many, many years ago, that humanity, that our genetic royalty is something that we in fact can share with multiple civilizations, not only on fourth density, but also on fifth. So yeah, we are in fact genetic royalty. Imagine that. Best kept secret. That and who we are. The best kept secret in this solar system is the fact that we are in fact genetic royalty and who we are. So yeah, the opportunities are limitless going forward. It may very well be, ladies and gentlemen, that the physical components that we have, for example, the multidimensional structures in our brain, the latent memories inside our 10 strands of DNA, the fact that our 2 strands of DNA, that the 2 strands that we've been operating on can hold and contain a bandwidth of emotion that no one else has, is something that is unique everywhere. Maybe not just in our galaxy, but it's something rarely seen anywhere. We need to be open to that idea. And any souls that came here from fifth density or higher, you have it going on. You are incredibly evolved. And you have information, knowledge, and wisdom that is absolutely nothing short of profound. That's who you are. That's who you are. You know, I would drum roll on the table, but I only know that those with headphones will get pissed off because I'll hurt your ears. But just pretend I'm doing a drum roll. Okay? That's who you are. You're magnificent. Why would they go to all this trouble to fuck with us the way they are? It's because we're magnificent and they're going to lose their prize. They're going to lose their prize because they didn't know how to take care of it. They physically abused it. They traumatized their prize. They abused their prize. Because no matter what they did, they could not become us. They could not become us. So they turned into assholes. And now we're done. And now we're done with all that. It's awesome. It really, really is. You know, you want to stick around for the show. You really do. And you really do. You want to stick around for the show.
There you have it, fellow truth seekers. An enlightening and exhilarating rapid-fire question and answer session with the remarkable Alex Collier, sharing his profound encounters with the benevolent Andromedan extraterrestrial beings. As we continue on our cosmic journey, let us embrace the wisdom of the Andromedans and carry their message of love, unity, and compassion with us. Together, we can create a world where humanity stands united, ready to embrace the wonders that await us in the vast expanse of the universe. If you found this rapid-fire question and answer session fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more captivating content like this. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Until next time, may the stars guide you on your path of enlightenment and exploration, and remember to always seek knowledge and stay curious. If you would like to see Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.